أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحي القيوم المدبر لجميع المخلوقين والصلاة والسلام على أتمان الأكملان على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا اللهم ارزقنا جميعا حسن النية اللهم جنبنا الرياء والعجب والكبر والفتوى بغير علم يا رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Firstly, let me apologize for being a bit late today, but we will still get through everything inshallah. As I earmarked the first 20 minutes or so just for admin. And allow me to introduce myself. My name is Imad Isaacs. About me, I'm a student at UCT. Up until a few weeks ago, I was a full-time film and Arabic and mathematics BSc student. And as of now, I'm now a full-time film, Arabic, and no mathematics BA student. Okay. I'm still doing maths for the sake of maths. But anyway, I thank you all for coming here today. And inshallah, I think we're going to have a good course. A little bit about just my general study and interest of areas of interest in terms of Islamic studies. Aqidah and Islamic personal obligatory knowledge is what my foremost passion lies in. Actually, not necessarily passion, but also but simply because of the necessity of obligatory knowledge outweighing any other Islamic science. And moreover, the knowledge of Aqidah. Okay. What I've had the most extensive study in has been the science of Tajweed, Tajweed and Qur'an memorization. I've been fortunate to sit under the likes of Sheikh Ibrahim Yusuf in Al-Haram al-Nabawi Sharif, who is also a teacher of the Imams of the Haram in Al-Madinah. In 2008, read some poetry to Sheikh Hussain Davids, as well as very recently Sheikh Ibrahim al-Haddad in Jordan. I had the opportunity to recite certain chapters of the Holy Qur'an to him and refine them. And lastly, in March 2012, I read a few ajza of the Holy Qur'an for Isnad in the riwayah of Hafs to Sheikh Ibrahim Yusuf in Al-Haram al-Nabawi Sharif. Regarding the Arabic, before last year, 2012, I haven't actually taught Arabic for some years. And moreover, I didn't study Arabic as in depth as the other subjects. But nonetheless, my Arabic background would come mainly from Islamic College and also from the University of Cape Town, and then experience that has built up through travel and etc. and just interaction. Okay, about the course. Administrative details, the dates on here is totally wrong. I didn't get to the slides. So as we know, the venue is venue 220, which is just down the hall on the opposite end of where we are located over here. That will be the venue. We will start inshallah at 1:30. I know we said 1:45, but is 1:30 fine for everybody? Any objections to starting at 1:30 during the week? Okay, so we'll have it at 1:30. Monday to Thursday, and then Monday to Thursday again at 1:30. Regarding the Friday situation, would you guys prefer a morning class? Like starting where we're starting today, like at 9:30? That wouldn't work. Afternoon.
What was the invitation for Friday?
I didn't say. I just said 1:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said weekdays 1:30, and then just today will be 9 to 12. There are 2 Fridays I can't make the morning, but there's a possibility of the other 2 Fridays that I can. But we can decide on it in the week, inshallah. Okay. Provisionally, we can leave it for the afternoon? After, I say 2:30, would that be fine?
Three.
Up to the class, what do you guys think? Easy, anything. Yeah, no, I understand. So is everybody fine with 3 or 2:45?
Say morning, Friday.
Say again?
Morning.
You'd prefer the morning, but you can't make morning.
I have another class on Friday.
Okay.
Oh.
And
That's cool.
you prefer the morning because of work?
Yeah.
On Friday as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would be best, like starting at 2:30?
Probably.
Okay, inshallah, we could decide on Monday regarding the Friday situation. Okay, as far as the venue is concerned, the fixed venue, excluding today, is the one on the opposite end. Prerequisites, I'm sure that most people here can, has the ability to read and write. By that I mean you can join the letters, you can read the letters separately, you can read them together. There's no understanding required. Okay, we will focus on a lot of conceptual lessons with oral writing and stylistic practice. That is basically circumstantial. Practice sessions in which we deal with what do you say in the airport, what do you deal with here, there, etc. Then what's not on here is that we also have an understanding Qur'an session where we'll focus on certain surahs of the Holy Qur'an using the method of Dr. Abdulaziz Abdurrahim. And then there's a few expectations from you guys. As participants in this class, I would like everybody to engage in the class. I'd like you to read and revise the lesson notes daily before and after the class. Do what is asked of you by the lecturer, refrain from copying another student's work but may work together. Essentially just calling that plagiarism, and according to the physics department, plagiarism is when one student fails to benefit. Okay, so if you're copying from one another and you work out, you leave with an understanding, it wouldn't be considered plagiarism. Okay, which is also the definition I wish to work with in this classroom. And I expect you also to spend adequate time with the coursework outside of the classroom, inshallah. Okay, it is an intense course. It is there are loads of words that you will come across, something like 1,000 words in these 10 days, of which about 200 to 300 we expect you to memorize, and we will give you certain hints and tips as to how you can commit that to memory. Okay, but don't stress too much. It's really easy. Okay, all the memory techniques will be there, and I will guide you along, inshallah. Okay, but an important note is to spend time with the content outside of the classroom. Okay, so there's times in the evenings, there's times in the morning. An ideal ratio would mean spend 1 hour outside of classroom for every hour in class. I don't think you'd need that much time, but at least 30 minutes for every hour in the class you should spend outside. So minimum an hour and a half per day at home. Okay, what you can expect from me, inshallah, an open door policy, an appropriate homework load. The appropriate homework load is somewhat arguable to an extent, but nonetheless, I do firmly believe that people can get through this, provided you put in that hour to hour and a half each day. Tutorials. Again, the information on the slide isn't particularly correct. Tutorials, there will be approximately 2 tutorials, inshallah. Can everybody still see the screen? There will be approximately 2 tutorials. The tutorial sessions are about an hour and a half long. They would most likely be in the morning, and they would happen, if you look at your course schedule, somewhere before the test, so most likely on day 3. Okay. Yeah, they would most likely happen on day 3. The tutorials is an opportunity to review the work that we've done up until that point. It is an opportunity to ask the tutor any questions that you have, to engage with the course, and also the content that you get for homework, etc. Okay, so the tutorials are there to help you with whatever you need help. Don't wait for tutorials if you don't understand anything. Feel free to stop me during the class. Raise your hand, ask anything, especially if it relates to the previous day's work, because there's enough time in the course for me to clarify concepts if we've dealt with it on the Monday, and you need some extra explanation on Tuesday. Okay, homework tests. These are things that I give you during the class. You're welcome to work together. That's just for a conceptual understanding that you have to bring along. I mark that every morning. Okay, so there are 7 or 6 homework tests for the course. Yeah, and they're really easy. That's just testing your conceptual lessons at the end of each day. Okay. Yes, course tests. There's a test on day 4 and day 10 respectively that will test all the content from the previous days. Again, easy stuff, real easy stuff. I tend not to give past papers. I would have liked to give past papers, but I don't want you to fixate on certain content that was tested only in the previous test. Just go over everything from the previous days, and really, trust me, it's not a lot, and you guys will be fine. Okay, no stress. Okay? Right, so that's on day 4 and day 10, and you'll have tutorials before each of the tests. Okay, course website. We wouldn't have one. I will email everybody at the end of each day the lecture slides and audio recordings of the word lists for that day, as well as any other admin related to the course. There's no video release form because I don't think the camera will catch anybody, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, then certain things have changed again from that. If you look on here, there are certain sessions on this sheet. Okay. Today we're going to focus on words and their types, articles of definiteness and indefiniteness, and then we're going to do some oral writing and stylistic practice, which is just basic conversational and circumstantial practice. Okay, there's a new component added to this course where we will focus on certain surahs of the Holy Qur'an, those are those blue shades. Okay, and then there's another different type of blue that refers to conceptual reviews. Those are periods that are in addition to the tutorials, where we will use for revision as well as an opportunity for you to, it's like a tutorial but just like set aside in the course. Okay, so day 4 will be a review before the test and then also just the test afterwards, or we can switch it around however you guys prefer. So that's basically the general structure. There's a section in white. The last piece tells you what you guys can work on in tutorials and also homework. So there's set homework for each day. Yes, those are in the white, so you guys would know what to do. Okay, but no stress. Okay, are there any questions in general relating to admin, relating to anything? None?
I just feel really intimidated. I just my daughter emailed me this told me she said that I just go for the course. Just young.
Okay. No, don't stress.
I really hope
Auntie will be fine, inshallah. I mean, we've had one parent here last year as well, and
so just be patient.
we all are, I think, including myself, we're all at that stage. So it will be fine, inshallah. Don't stress. As long as I just got the time to put in, this applies to everybody. As long as you guys have the time to put in outside of the classroom, especially with the word lists, you get about 20 to 30 words a day to memorize, but you can break it up into 5 or 6 words after every prayer. Okay, learn 3 before the prayer, 3 after, and I'll give you certain hints. I just forgot to, we've got cutout cards that you guys have to write the words on and use it as flashcards. Okay, that really helps with the memorization, and I think that's the only real tough part of the course. Okay, regarding the grammar, and as you will see as I progress through the course, most of the explanations will be in English. I don't expect you to know the Arabic terminology or fancy grammatical concepts. I just expect you to apply them. Okay, right, so any other questions? And we can actually just go through a quick introduction. We can tell each other who you are and also why you're here. Okay, no problem. We'll start with Uzair. Tell us why you're here. Uzair is registered for the course. Sorry, never mind. We'll come to everybody else's name. Uzair is registered for the course twice before, and on both occasions they were cancelled.
Yeah. So I'm Uzair. I'm a student here as well, and I am on and off studying Arabic here. So this is just a boost for me to get back in there. Yep.
My name is Bilkis. I'm a student here as well. And I'm doing this because I think my perception is I want to understand Arabic much clearer because I can read, but hopefully I can speak my own time as possible.
Sweet.
I'm Fadila, and inshallah, whatever I can learn from it, I'll be grateful. So that's why I'm here.
No problem.
My name is Sufyan, and I want to learn Arabic. Actually, I want to pursue further Arabic studies. So the start of the journey, and inshallah, finish graduating. I want to get in the Middle East.
Inshallah. Okay.
Sajjad, I always wanted to learn Arabic since childhood. So I'm doing hifz, so I want to know what I'm reading.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So inshallah, I think to a large extent, I hope that this course will give you guys